I will show you the different models of soul winning that you can apply anywhere, anytime, and be effective. Do you know, since I came in the last 3 days, I've won more souls than some of you who were born here. And some of you who were born in Australia, you have not won 10 souls. This is your country. Last year when I came in, I won. I don't have the data. Mike, you should do. We won a lot of souls. We came in 3 days ago. In 3 days, we have won more souls than some people who have been in this country for 40 years. What a life. So if they ask you now, what is your asset? What will you say? I don't mean to be derogatory. I just try to challenge somebody. These things mean so much to God. And at the end of time, you are going back to God. What will you present to him? What Jesus did is what will take you to him. But when you get to him, what will you present to him to give you value in his realm? Because the finished works of Christ does not give you reward. It gives you salvation. It's your own works that gives you reward. And the major work you do, amongst other things, is to be a profitable servant. In fact, Jesus was speaking. He said, any branch that does not produce fruit, he said, the Father cuts off and he's burnt in the fire. But anyone that produces fruit, the Father prunes that he may produce more fruit. So you are at risk of being irrelevant with God if you are not a soul winner. So why are souls important to God? 7 things that make a soul important. Number 1, a soul is worth more than the whole world to God. You look around you and see the value that you can ascribe to your city. In fact, this part of the city, if you can still get a hectare of land, I doubt if you can get that much. In Africa, we can still get 30 hectares in one location. But here, with the level of buildings, I doubt if you can get a hectare. But if you can find a hectare of land here, you are talking billions of Australian dollars. Now, imagine the worth of this nation. All of the infrastructures, the economic value, all of the assets of this land. As far as God is concerned, one soul is more important than all of the resources of this nation. See the way Jesus puts it. In Mark chapter 8, verse 36 to 37, he said, for what shall it profit a man if he gains the whole world and loses his own soul? Or what shall a man give in exchange for his soul? So as far as God is concerned, there is nothing on earth that can buy a soul. So when God gives you the opportunity to become a soul winner, it means you are transacting in an economic front that gives you value that cannot be estimated. If one soul is more important than the whole world, so if you win one soul, it means you are richer than the earth. People think the richest people on earth are those who have billions of dollars. That's important. We need it. And I'm going to talk about money. But as far as God is concerned, anybody who can win one soul is richer than the earth. He said, for nothing on earth can be given in exchange for a soul. And he has given you the authority to represent him in transacting for the souls of men. Is that not one of the most important honors that you have in your lifetime? Yet we have not realized it. Number 2, why is a soul so important to God? Because every soul bears the image of God. The architecture of a soul is designed such that when you see a soul, when you see a man, you see God. Genesis 1:26, let us make man in our own image. That means any individual you see carries something that has the value of God on him. That is why when men fell, we were not bought with silver and gold. We were bought with the blood of God. Because we carry the image of God. So God values souls because souls bear his image. And by implication, what that means is that you are his offspring. Can you sell your child for any amount? Because nothing can carry your image if it doesn't have your DNA. My son bears my image because he has my DNA. That means my son is what me. And because he's my son, I value him more than me. If you touch him, I will deal with you. I won't even remember that I'm a pastor. You touch that guy, you are in trouble. I don't mind dying 1,000 times for him. And that's what God did when man fell. God left the throne. The angels were wondering, for aeons you sat here, you've never stood up. We all worship you here. Where are you going to? The first wonder that the angels saw was that when the man was in the garden. Meanwhile, all the senior angels, the principalities, the powers, their honor is to stand before God. You know, when Gabriel came to Zacharias, he said, I am Gabriel. I stand in the presence of God. So the rank of angelic entities is the right to stand in God's presence. But the moment God created man and hid him in the garden, he will stand up from the throne and he will be go. Angels are, Master, oh God, where are you going to? You never left this place. What is taking you out of your throne? And the Bible said the voice of God came walking in the garden. And God was looking for the man. You that all of us array ourselves to see. So there is something important enough for you to leave your throne to go and visit. No wonder they say, what is man that thou art mindful of him? The son of man that thou visit him. What is man? What creature is this? We are struggling to come to your presence. You are going to another being's presence. Who is that being? It's called man. It's the image bearer of God. When God sees man, he sees himself. Can I tell you God's mirror? The mirror God uses to see himself is you and I. How do you feel when you look at the mirror? That's how God feels when he looks at you. You are his image bearer. Now, how can you fall and God leaves you? He can't. So when it took God to die, God became a man and died because he was saving his image. And now he has entrusted that responsibility to you, not to allow his image perish. And you'll see his image go to hell every day. And all you think about is a good life. No, it's irresponsibility. A soul is the bearer of the image of God. Number 3, why is a soul so important to God? Every soul is important to God because God owns the soul. It is his asset. The asset of men are in gold. They are in lands. They are in currencies that have stability. In precious stones. But one of God's major assets is a man. In Deuteronomy 32 verse 9, the Bible said the Lord's portion is his people. It says Jacob is my possession. The Lord's portion is his people. Jacob is my possession. God designed it in such a way that if you want to find the wealth of God, is the souls that he has, that is his possession. That is what God said. None of us said it. We couldn't even imagine it. But he said his possession are men. Jacob is my possession. That's my wealth. No wonder the prophet Ezekiel said in Ezekiel 18 verse 4, he said, behold, God speaking now, all souls are mine. All souls. So God lays claim to the soul. That's why the soul is important. As you are looking at me now, comported, reserved, coordinated, if your phone beep and you check and your bank account balance in the bank is wiped off, sweat will start coming out from your forehead. This is where you start sweating from. You'll be like, what's going on? What? Your heart will skip. You know what you'll be thinking? It will be like your years of labor have just vanished. Your sweat has become useless. What's happening? You will go back and start reaching the bank. Excuse me, is there anybody at the bank? Today is Sunday, we don't come to work. You have to come to work. Anybody that must work will come now because you must answer, where is my money? Because it's your asset. That's how God feels when one soul is in trouble. We are his asset. So when God made you a soul winner, he made you his bank manager. You can't mismanage his asset. I'm trying to make these things in very plain terms so that he can come home. Every soul is mine. You are his, and the one going to hell is also his. But he's hoping that you won't let him. Imagine Jesus became man. Jesus comes to the earth. Jesus dies. After being humiliated, he resurrects, instructs the disciples, go and win all the souls in the world. And he goes to heaven. Peter said, I'm going to fish. And Jesus returns from heaven again. He couldn't sit on his throne. And he went to look for Peter at the riverbank. Simon, Simon, lovest thou me not than this? He said, Lord, you know I do. He said, then why are you here? Look at the lambs. So Jesus wouldn't sit in glory if souls are not won. That means he can abandon glory a second time if souls needs to be won. Because all souls are mine. And he has entrusted the right to win and preserve them to us. The first thing that should be happening to you as I'm sharing this is the realization of how important you are to God. This is why some of us will sleep and sleep well. No, Satan can't touch me. I belong to God. If it touches me, something will go wrong with him. And I know, and he knows that I know. The only people he can touch are those who don't know. Me, I know. Anybody who knows is afraid of him. Satan don't come around everybody. Some of us, if he comes, we wake up. Hey, hey, hey. I say, sorry, sir, sorry. Sorry. It's trespass, it's trespass. What? Hey. See, we have understood this thing so well that we are now looking for others that Satan is tormenting. And we are kicking him out. And there's nothing he can do. I've cast out demons in Australia. And by next week, I'll be casting out demons in another country. So we pursue Satan everywhere. He can't hurt us, sir. Because we have backing from heaven. We have backing. When I say Jesus, the armies of heaven, they appear. Jesus. Weapons, arsenals, movements begin to happen in the spirit. Because the image bearer is here. The glory carrier is here. The honor carrier is here. The power carrier is here. When I carry his image, I carry his totality. That's why some of us, our lives are glorious. The Bible said he is the brightness of his glory, the express image of his person. So carrying his image is not to resemble him. It's beyond resembling him. It's to carry his glory. And when you carry glory, hope you know things don't go wrong around you. Israel left captivity of 430 years. They didn't have an economic structure. They didn't have an army. But the Bible said no nation could conquer them. Because when they left, the glory of God left with them. As the pillar of cloud in the day and as a pillar of fire at night. The Bible said he rebuked kings for their sakes. Even kings couldn't hurt them. They went to bring a prophet to curse them, called Balaam. The guy checked. When he entered the register of curses, it was empty. He didn't say, I can't curse them. He said, there is no curse against Israel. It's one thing for a curse to be there and they can't curse you. It's another thing when they entered your name, all the curses disappeared. So there's no language to curse you. There's no enchantment against Jacob. There's no divination against Israel. Because the shout of the king is in their midst. Now ask yourself, why didn't the white beast devour them? They saw the glory, sir. It said their clothes did not wax old. Their shoes grew with them. They lived in abundance in the wilderness. The rock gave them water. So we are not, oh Lord, give me food. That's for children. The realm where we have entered in understanding, things work for us. The lines fall for us in pleasant places. We have a goodly heritage. So the first thing you need to understand is that you are important to God. You think about it for a second. Imagine if you are important to the prime minister. Will your life be the same? Let alone you are important to God. You are invincible, sir. And that's not all. Because of that, you exercise God's authority. So, it's not just about the souls who want to win. It's about the ones who have already been won. You are important. You must acknowledge that. That's why some of us can't die of sickness. No, it can't happen. We are too relevant to God to watch us die. If we exercise faith, it doesn't work. Mercy, we say no. This is my sonesis. This is my consciousness. This is why the soul is important to God. Number 4, why are souls important to God? Because every soul has an eternal value. Souls don't end in time. What God put in you is relevant for all eternity. Matthew 25:46.